This is Croatia. This right here is the Kodiaq RS. And I am freezing. It is really cold today. So I'm going to give you a very quick walk around on the outside, get to the insides, and of course, we're going to head up into the hills for a quick drive. Now, the Kodiaq RS, first up, is it coming to India? Well, the first car that we are going to see, the first Kodiaq, is going to be a locally built Kodiaq, a regular Kodiaq, which should come to us in April this year. However, Skoda tells us that they are also keen to bring in this, the RS, the sporty version, and it should come in as a CBU towards the end of the year. So, well, obviously, we got to have a nice close look, don't we? So as you know, we had the first generation Kodiaq. This is the second generation Kodiaq. Now, let's take a look around. In fact, if you look at it, the silhouette, the overall shape, it does look very much Kodiaq. Though, if you look at, certain details and pay close attention, you'll see that, well, pretty much everything is different. Now, the car, if you look around, like up here, I'm gonna cross over and let you see the bonnet. It's got this lovely sort of depression over here and creates these two sort of power bulges on the side. The blackout grille looks very sporty. This is the RS version, like I was saying. And then you've got these sort of air intakes here that are functional. They go around and create a sort of an airstream around the tires. The headlamps get the split treatment and the DRL extends into the grille in a rather interesting segmented fashion. And this being the RS, there's a lot of the exterior finished off in black like the grille and the lower bumper areas. Moving over to the side. Let's start with the alloys. Again, RS version, so you have to wait to see these red calipers and these alloys. The regular Kodiaq wouldn't have the red painted calipers there. Now, over the side, the doors, very simple and neat, but there's this really nice, strong sort of character line running all through on the side. And the glass area has been given the blackout treatment all across. Now at the rear over here, one of the elements you should take a look at is this large spoiler on top of the tailgate. Really nice looking. It's got a really deep sort of recess here. Looks really nice and sporty. And speaking of sporty, yes, this is the RS version. So you've got this black sort of diffuser treatment down below. You've got twin exhausts and they are real exhausts. There's basically a pipe behind both of these. And as you can see, the tail light units also get the split treatment with the light bar underlining the Skoda lettering. Boot space stands at 340 litres behind the third row and a massive 910 litres with the third row folded down. And what's nice is there's a space saver spare below the floor. Okay, so now here in the second row, the rear of the car, as you can see, there's ample amount of legroom. In fact, I can stretch out here, and this seat was adjusted to my driving position, so that is quite impressive in terms of the amount of space that we have over here. Headroom too is really nice, and in fact there's more than like 5-6 fingers of headroom above. The interiors right now on this car, all black, it being the RS, and of course with this contrast red stitching. We'll have different colored upholstery options in India when the car does come as the regular Kodiaq. A lot of bits familiar from the new Skoda. So the steering wheel here with the Skoda lettering on the steering boss. You don't have the Skoda emblem anymore. These knurled knobs for the volume, which operate really nice and smoothly. And then what I really like is down here, you've got these 3 dials. So you can adjust temperature, left, right. And the center dial is actually a multifunction dial. So you can select, for right now it's on drive mode. So drive modes are a quick flick of the dial away, which is really handy, something you want when driving. And you can also cycle it through should you want the fan speed for the HVAC controls, and of course the volume knob as well. So a quick press of the center part of the dial. And what's really nice is there are displays inside too that keep changing to indicate what mode they are in. Really nice and easy and handy to use. And there are of course buttons in between here for the other AC functions. On top here, you've got a touchscreen, the new touchscreen. It's a larger unit, 13 inches, I think, and really operates nice and smoothly. Very slick, and it's got a hard-coded area on top as well. So you can switch off the auto start stop, for example, auto hold, or a shortcut to find the parking for the auto parking mode. In front of me, a digital instrument panel, fully digital, but what's nice is that it's got dials as well. So nice and clear, easy to read. Now, in terms of storage, as you can see, they've got this nice little tray here, but you can also pull both of these back and there's multiple cubby holes underneath. There's 2 cup holders here of different sizes, so smaller and bigger cups. It's got 2 wireless charging pads for your phone over here, and there's another small tray on top here as well for perhaps a third phone. So lots of storage around, and you've got 2 USB slots as well. And this being a Skoda, there's another simply clever little solution, and that's a screen or a touch screen cleaner. So this microfiber cloth, you just pull it out from the slot here where it stores, and you can wipe the screen clean. Time to head out on a drive now. Do note though, you'll see a lot of bright sunshine footage, and that's because the external filming was done on a nice and sunny day. It really is a miserable day today. It's cold, it's foggy, and it seems to be coming down in terms of rain or a fine little snow or something. It's completely different from yesterday, which was nice and bright and sunny. And yesterday is the day when we shot the Octavia RS. You hopefully caught that on our channel as well. In case you haven't, do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be notified every time we upload a new video. So like the Octavia RS, the Kodiaq RS is also powered by the same 2-liter TSI engine, putting out an identical 265 horsepower, but torque is 30 Newton meters higher at 400 Newton meters. Right, so what's the acceleration like? Well, I've got it in sport mode, stamped down, and yeah, off you go. Pretty quick, 6.4, 6.5 seconds to 100 is what the claim time is, and that for a large SUV, family SUV, is pretty quick. So if you want to indulge in a little bit of spirited driving, well, that's what this whole RS is about. Now you get various driving modes, so you've got Eco, Comfort, and of course Sport and Off-Road, this being the Kodiaq. I am right now in Sport mode, and it's keeping the revs a little higher, so anytime I want to sort of get a little bit more power like this, it'll quickly move off, so feels quite nice, enthusiastic. And the 7-speed DSG gearbox is quick to shift, and in sport, it keeps the engine on the boil. You can also hear it too with the engine note as well as the added synthesized sound that Skoda says they have on the Kodiaq RS. Now onto handling. That is something that I really like the Kodiaq for. Both ride and handling was good with the previous gen car, and that remains the case here too. Kodiaq does have variable dampers, and what that means is you can change the ride quality and the handling. I've got it in comfort mode, and you do feel some amount of that sharpness coming through. This is the RS version, so I guess comfort is kind of relative, but it doesn't get sort of harsh or jarring at any point. Should you want tighter body control, like for instance right now, through some bends and things like that, you can move it to sport, and you will notice a much tighter and tidier body control. In fact, a lot more level going around the corners than in comfort mode. Now, onto steering. Skoda has a variable steering rack, and they say or rather they call it progressive steering rack. And some cars, when they do progressive steering, you end up corrupting the steering feel. I am happy to report that I actually like the steering feel here. There's a good amount of weight. There is some amount of feedback as well. And, the feel and feedback from the road is also just right. You know what's going on with the wheels. Yes, around the center position, initially there seems to be a little bit of a sort of more play than you would typically expect. But apart from that, I really like the steering. I also really like it because it's heated right now. And given this cold weather, that's a really welcome feature. I did get some time out on the highway, and as expected, high-speed stability is good. And I have to say, sport mode kept the body nice and level, even over some undulating sections. Okay, I seem to be heading more and more into fog and bad weather. I'm gonna try and find a place where we can turn around and head back down. So that's the Kodiaq RS. If all goes to plan, Skoda says it should be here by September this year. But being a CBU, it's going to be pricey, nudging 60 lakh rupees. And being a petrol sporty SUV, prepare to have your wallet stretched at the fuel pump too. For all that money though, what can you expect? Well, there's ample amount of space, there's a good equipment list, and it has a nice sporty layer to it in the form of tidy handling and a responsive engine. So in short then, it's all that we love of the Kodiaq with all that makes an RS fun.